Aaron, thank you. 6:02 on a Wednesday. We're following breaking news this morning about the Buffalo Diocese.
A second whistleblower has now come forward to the 7 Eyewitness News I-Team, this time with secret recordings of Bishop Richard Malone.
I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht is bringing us the bishop in his own words, concerned his days in Buffalo could soon be over.
It's the morning of Friday, August 2nd, and Bishop Richard Malone says he hasn't slept for 2 nights.
We're in a true crisis situation. True crisis. And everyone in the office is convinced this could be the end for me as bishop. It could force me to resign. If, in fact, they make a story.
The bishop is concerned about a brewing story regarding seminarians at Christ the King, allegations of a love letter, and claims of sexual harassment by a diocesan priest. And he's sharing these concerns with his trusted secretary, Father Richard Biernat.
I think we're gonna blow this story up into something like an atom bomb if we start talking about that, because then it sounds like a soap opera. It sounds like a love triangle, and you know what the media can do with that.
The story involves Biernat, seminarian Matthew Bojanowski, and Father Jeffrey Nowak, pastor of this church in Cheektowaga. Bishop Malone says he doesn't want the full story to get out.
With all that else that's going on in the diocese and all the attacks on my credibility, that I've known that something's going on here that shouldn't be, and I let it go. I mean, this is a disaster.
When the embattled bishop met with church officials Kathy Spangler and Steve Halter earlier this month, Malone said even his loyal advisors could feel the walls closing in.
But, they really scared me, and they kept saying this could be the end, Bishop. This could be the end.
So how do we obtain these recordings? The bishop's right-hand man gave them to us. Father Richard Biernat, trusted secretary for the bishop for the last 6 years, is now coming forward as whistleblower number 2. Why are you coming forward now?
I realize I have responsibility, not just to the church, but to this community here in Western New York. And what we went through with Mrs. Bishop and Bishop Grosh and others is enough. For the love of God and for the sake of your people here, please resign.
Charlie, this is something, you hear the bishop's secretary calling on him to resign, and then you hear the bishop in his own words calling this a disaster. What else is on these tapes?
We've gone through more than 300 pages of transcripts with these tapes, and we have a story online about that, and also about how Bishop Malone handled an accused predator priest, Father Jeffrey Nowak, and how he handled it with other people in his inner circle. They show what the bishop in real time planning on how to deal with that priest without ever letting it become public. We also have the story of how Bishop Malone handled other situations on these recordings with no notice to the parish. It's all on our website, wkbw.com.
Okay, so also late last night, the diocese issued a statement about Father Nowak. It says he twice refused a behavioral assessment mandated by the bishop, and that's why he's on administrative leave as of last week. And being on leave means he can't perform the duties of a priest. The statement also says Father Biernat is on leave at the bishop's request in the hopes of avoiding the public scandal that would accompany the release of an alleged love letter written by Father Biernat. I just want to read you that direct quote from the statement that was released late last night. While much of the delay can be attributed to the complexity of the allegations and the unwillingness of some involved to cooperate fully, the truth is, this is what the bishop's PR person is saying, is that Bishop Malone was also hoping to prevent the public scandal that could well arise from the publication of the letter written by Father Richard.
Well, Charlie, the diocese also saying in a statement it's aware of no behavior by Father Nowak that threatened harm to the public, but that's not what we heard the bishop say on the tape.
That's right. Him and his advisors on these recordings, which again you can see on our website right now and later on 7 Eyewitness News at 5 p.m. He actually says, we don't know where this guy is emotionally, spiritually. We don't know what he would do to other people in the confessional if he's put back in that parish, and they do it anyway.
This is a huge deal, and of course, it's something that we're going to be following for you throughout the day. We just sent you a push alert about this on our WKBW app. You can log on to WKBW.com and read Charlie's full story and actually hear the tapes for yourself. Charlie, some really important reporting. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning.